guys, welcome back to my channel. As many of you know, once you get out of nursing school, the best opportunity you can to get into a job is through night shift. It seems dreaded and nobody wants to do it, but if you think about it, it's not that bad. So if you guys are interested in my night shift routine, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Okay, so I've been doing night shift now about 2 years. I personally prefer it. I've done day shift from time to time, and also when I was orienting, and I will say that I don't feel as tired as I do during day shift, which just seems very strange, but it's weird. So tips that I can give you if you're getting into night shift. First things first, you need to make yourself a routine, a budget of your time, because you're gonna need sleep. And many people don't understand that when you're doing night shift. They think, oh, you have all day to yourself, or you could do so many things during the day, which is not true. You need to get your sleep before you go to work. Just like if you were working day shift or any other job, you sleep and then you go to work. So what I do when I get off work, after I've worked a 12-hour shift, I will go immediately to bed. I'll do whatever I need to do, like walk my dogs, brush my teeth, shower. I don't eat, but what I do is I just get myself situated, make my house nice and comfortable. I put the AC super cold, and I go to bed. I will recommend some blackout curtains. I personally have accordion shutters that I keep closed all the time. We have shutters here in Miami, mostly because of the hurricanes. So I keep them closed, and you can use blackout curtains or some other curtain that keeps the light out. Some people don't have trouble sleeping during the day with the light in their face. I did have issues at first, so I just did that to make it like a little cave in there. And I gotta say, it's very cozy, and even at night when it's dark out, it's even better because there's not a single little ounce of light coming through. But that's what I recommend. Go to sleep as soon as possible. I don't like to wait until, like, let's say 10 or 12 to go to sleep. Like if it was a regular normal sleep rhythm, like if you were to go to sleep at midnight, it doesn't seem that bad, but for me it's like if I've already wasted 4 hours, then that's less time for me to sleep, and there's always a chance that I may not fall asleep. And sometimes when I get things done during the day, like if I have appointments or if I start cleaning the house, it kind of wakes me up, and then I have trouble going to sleep afterwards. So if I'm about to get into a long stretch of shifts, I like to couple my days together. So I like to do my 3 shifts back to back. For night shift, I do feel like that's the way to go. Some people just can't because they don't sleep, or because they have children, or they don't have the opportunity to sleep. Maybe they have responsibilities during the day that they just don't have that opportunity to sleep. I don't have children, so I have the opportunity to sleep during the day. If it's already 10 a.m., I start to feel like, oh, I'm running out of time, I gotta sleep, and then I won't be able to. So my recommendation, right away, go to bed. I like to wake up sometime around 2:30 or 3 o'clock, get a workout in, make my dinner for the shift, and then I start to get ready. I take another shower, and I get ready for work. I feel like that works for me. I may get about 5 to 6 hours of sleep every time that I do that, and I think it works. When I'm preparing for, I was gonna get into this. When I'm preparing for long stretches, like if I do 3 in a row, sometimes more, if I couple my weeks together, like the end of one week and the beginning of the other, let's say 6 in a row, I'll just have that routine where I go to work, I go to sleep, I go to work, I go to sleep, and I try to get a workout in sometime before work. But the day before, what I try to do is stay up as long as I can, like till 1 o'clock, maybe 2, and then I go to sleep and I sleep in. I don't have trouble sleeping. I can sleep for 24 hours if I wanted to. Like if I have no responsibilities or don't need to get anything done, yeah, I'll sleep until the next day. That's why I feel like if I have a day in between, it will kind of screw it up, because let's say I worked and I get off at 7 a.m. and I go to sleep like I always do, like if I'm preparing for work the next day, then I'll wake up, I might have dinner, do my workout, and then act like a normal human and go to sleep at night. So really I've only been up about 4 hours in the day, so my day off is literally wasted sleeping. So I don't like that one day in between. I'd rather just knock out my days, get it all done, and then get to whatever I need to get to, all my chores and whatnot. So sometimes you'll see if I do long stretches, my house kind of becomes like disarray and all over the place, but I know that when I'm done, I will get to it because I know I've set myself up to have several days off. That way the first day I can relax and kind of readjust to being a normal human being, and then I will get into my chores and whatnot. But the biggest thing I can tell you is to not eat before you go to sleep in the morning. Like, don't have breakfast, which seems strange because it's the most important meal of the day. But I don't think that it's a good idea to eat right before you go to bed. And I've done that because, let's say during the shift I didn't have the opportunity to eat for whatever reason, and then I eat something when I get home. I will have like really bad gas when I wake up. TMI, I know. Or a bad stomach ache, which kind of prevents me from sleeping. I wake up super bloated. I don't feel comfortable in the morning, and I don't want to get my workout in. I kind of feel like a drag. So I feel like it's best to not have breakfast before you go to sleep in the morning after you get off work. Another thing I can tell you is, like, while you're working, once you're adjusting to the new circadian rhythm, to keep yourself busy during your shift. I don't know if you have the kind of work life that you don't really have a lot to do. I always have something to do while I'm at work. Cooper, what's up? What is it? You want attention? I can tell. No, I can tell. What do you want? You're interrupting me? Come here. Come here. Why are you interrupting the video? You want to sit on my lap? Come on. Okay, we're doing this. Here we go. This is what you wanted. You wanted all the attention. Okay. This is Cooper, by the way, and he's an attention hog. I lost my train of thought because of my needy dog. Did you fart? You're disgusting. So keep yourself busy during your shift. Find things to do. Help others around the unit if you're starting to feel like it's becoming a drag or you're falling asleep. Just keep yourself occupied. Budget your time, and that way you can always keep active. You know, a lot of times if you allot, like, let's say an hour or two for charting, it's not the best thing to do, even though it is good to catch up on your charting. But when I look at the computer screen, a lot of the times it gets me sleepier. So just walk around, do what you have to do, drink water, stay hydrated. What I do is I take a gallon of water to work, and I drink half a gallon during my shift. And then when I get home, I go to sleep. I do have to wake up every now and then to go pee because I drank so much water, but it's always best to be hydrated. And make sure when you're preparing your meals that they're healthy, that they're not unhealthy snacks as well, and bring snacks for you during their shift, because a lot of times you'll see yourself getting hungry and going down to the cafeteria, and a lot of times it closes. It depends on your hospital. Some of them stay open, but if it closes, then you don't have the opportunity to grab a snack. You'll see yourself going to the vending machine or stealing others' snacks. So what I recommend is go to sleep as soon as you get home from work, take a healthy meal with you, bring snacks, and make yourself busy. Keep yourself occupied, and you'll get through night shift. Usually it's a different vibe at night. You'll see that once you start working night shift, you'll probably enjoy the way that it's going, the workflow. During day shift, there's usually a lot of visitors, a lot going on, a lot of doctors, a lot of surgeons, a lot of other people doing rounds. And you'll see that a lot of your time is consumed by them and by orders, whereas at night it's mostly patient care. You may have visitors from time to time. It depends on your unit, if they have what they have their visiting hours. But for the most part, night shift is a different vibe. The night shift people you work with, you'll see as well, are very helpful. That's usually what night shift is known for. But that being said, I think you'll be fine. Night shift is great. It's a great introduction to nursing because it's definitely a slower pace than day shift. So you'll be able to manage your time better, and you can make yourself a nice budget on how you should run your shift. I think it's a good way to start. A lot of people try to get out of it right off the bat. I think that you should at least do 6 months of time in night shift, just so you can get the feel of it. You can see what resources you have and resources you don't. A lot of times the resources you have are your other colleagues. So it's good to make a good friendship with them as well, because they can be your resource and they can be your go-to when things are not going as well as you'd like, or things are going south with your patient. Another thing I recommend is to get familiar with your unit and what you have available during nights. Like I said, the resources. So if you have a manager on call and it's a situation where you feel like nothing is getting done and you need to go up the chain of command, you need to know the chain of command that you have for nights, because it's a little different than going straight to your manager's office. It's not that simple. That, and also calling the doctors at night. So you have to really decide what's important and what's not. If it's something that you feel like can wait till the morning, wait till the morning. Your doctors will appreciate it. But if it's something emergent, make sure that you call. It is their job. They are there for that reason, and that's why they are getting paid what they're getting paid, because they are responsible for those patients all the time. Okay? Well, that's it for this video. I hope that you get accustomed to night shift. I hope you enjoy the people you work with, because that makes a big difference. So make sure you plan your meals properly and get an adequate amount of sleep, and also just get those blackout curtains. Those are the best things that you can do. Okay guys, alright, if you like this video, like it with a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye! You ruined the video! You ruined the video.